this is the start of SECAP-SWDA, or Senior Citizens and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines, as a social welfare and development agency. Actually, it should be in cooperation with Greenfield Aquaculture, One Okada, and EPOS, and also with DepEd Cavite Province, particularly for Tanza National Trade School and Goodtree International School. It is a senior high school work immersion program, work immersion from home program partnership, okay, for academic STEM, GAS, ABM, and TVL, home economics technical drafting, okay? So it will start today, March 3, and it will end. You will have your completion rights on March 12, 2021. And TVL, so I think home economics technical drafting, okay? So it will start today, March 3, and it will end. You will have your okay, so we will start with the basic e-training protocols. Okay, someone's coming in. I'll have to accept them first. Okay. Okay, for our number 1 training rule or guideline or the protocols, number 1, please mute your microphones in joining the e-training or meeting. Okay, and then number 2, turn your videos on during the entire training or meeting. But to save bandwidth, this may also be optional. Okay, and then number 3, do not interrupt the speaker while presenting. If you have questions, type it in the chat box and it will be addressed appropriately. Okay? And number 4, always be professional and courteous. This is an educational training event, so we are expecting you to present yourself nicely. Of course, with your background, your appearance, attitude, tone of voice, and others. Okay? Number 5, for focused participation, avoid unnecessary sidebars and comments. There's a time for comments and feedback. Okay, number 6, getting disconnected to the e-training or meeting, go back to the Google Classroom and click the meeting link to come back. Okay, and then number 7, accomplish tasks required by the trainers and be sure to follow deadlines on when to submit them. Okay, number 8, accomplish daily narratives. Okay, number 9, accomplish the training evaluation. Okay, we will be giving you links, guys, for the attendance and for the daily training evaluation. Okay, number 10, SECAP-SWDA in cooperation with Greenfield Holdings Incorporated, EPOS, and One Okada, work immersion evaluation sheet with grade and certificate of completion will be awarded to trainees with outputs completed. Okay, and for the objectives of the work immersion from home program or training at SECAP-SWDA, we have the following. This is actually taken from the curriculum guide of the senior high school work immersion at DepEd. Okay, for the work immersion proper, appreciating management processes by observing, identifying, and describing the following. Number 1, nature of the business. Okay, number 2, description of the products and services or services, target clientele, okay, organizational structure, and then number 5, company rules and regulations. Okay, and then the students or trainees reports to the company based on agreed time frame. So our time schedule given, I think someone's coming in. I'll have to accept first. Please bear with me for some interruptions because the following, this is actually taken from the I would need to go to another guide of the senior high school work immersion at those coming in. Okay? Okay. Sobrang early po kasi natin. Okay? Anyway, so, where are we? Reports to the company, trainees reports to the company based on a grade time frame. So you are given what time are we supposed to report daily for the 10 days training? TNTS students, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po,
What
ma'am.
time are we supposed to report? 10 a.m., right?
10 a.m. po.
Yes, 10 a.m. to 12 noon.
10 a.m.
Okay, so that will be for 10 days. Okay. But in the case of Good Tree International Schools, we have an arrangement with Ma'am Cass. So they will be reporting, I think, twice or 3 times a week because of conflict with their other schedules. But they can still have their activities and they can still watch because this training is recorded. Okay, so they will just have to accomplish the needed outputs for them to complete also and be with us during the completion rites on March 12th. Okay, so another is trainees receives orientation from the company. Of course, this is what we are doing now. So the first and second day, today and tomorrow, will be all about orientation about the company. Okay, so students or trainees receives orientation from the company or establishment on the nature of business. Okay, description of the product, services, target clientele, organizational structure, and rules and regulations. Okay. Number 3, participates in the activities of the different offices that, okay, written narrative on the profile of the company. So you will be given tasks, you will be given classworks to do after a topic every day. Okay. So where are we? Written narrative on the profile of the company, business establishment, may contain charts, photos, or illustrations. Okay. Written report on the activities performed. Next, supervisor's rating. Of course, we will be giving you grade, although we do not see you, but at least we can check on your participation through the classworks you will be going to turn in. Okay. And then organizational chart, letter B, appreciating business processes by observing and participating in safety, production, maintenance, quality control, quality assurance, customer satisfaction, housekeeping, hygiene, and others. This is actually intended for the face-to-face, but there are some aspects that we can also apply these things, although we are in the virtual training. Okay. And then reports to the company based. Okay, this is actually a repetition. Okay, receives orientation on the different process of the business establishment, such as safety, production, maintenance, quality control. So I've said that already. So next, participates in the activities of the different offices. Yeah, written narrative on the profile of the company, business establishment. Yeah, written report on the activities performed, supervisor's rating, organizational chart. May duplication po siya. And appreciating business process by observing and participating in safety. Yeah, I've said that. The student trainee reports to the company. Bakit pa ulit-ulit na? Okay, anyway. Okay, so applying skills learned and proper values acquired in school, at least 60 hours. Actually, we are following the guidelines of DepEd that for daily, students must only be exposed to online activities for 2 hours. So we will be giving you the real-time training for 2 hours, and then of course you will be doing um, your tasks, your assigned classwork in your houses. So in the afternoon or after our discussion online, so it has been approved by the division office that the training we're doing now is considered a whole day training. So 8 hours for 10 days. So that will be the number of hours actually that is given, that is considered for this training for the senior high school work immersion. Okay. Photos and illustrations. Okay, so we are done with that. So what's next? I'm going to show you SECAP. Okay. So we have here the website of SECAP. So we can see in here the home. So you can just browse on the sub pages of the website. So we have here the programs and services. So later it will be discussed to us by our speakers. We will be learning more about SECAP-SWDA, or Senior Citizen and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines, as a social welfare and development agency under the DSWD. Okay, so we will learn more of SECAP. Okay, so we have the livelihood program, the Damayan program, the training program, and the scholarship program. Okay, so we also have our partners. This website is still in progress, so it is being updated. And I am also happy to share with you guys, most especially at the Tanza National Trade School, for the Tanza National Trade School senior high school students, that the one who developed this website is actually a senior high school graduate of Tanza National Trade School, a computer programming student. Okay, so he developed this for SECAP-SWDA. He is now, he actually belonged to the first batch of the senior high school. It was in 2016. Okay, so he is now in third year college. Okay, so aren't we happy na yung ating mga graduates are actually making it? Ang gagaling nila. Actually, alam ko naman, all of you, ang mga kabataan ngayon, you're really good at the IT thing. Kumbaga kami, nag-aaral pa lang, kayo alam na alam nyo na. Okay? So, you can just browse. We will just share you the, ano ba tawag nito? The website or the link for you to browse on the SECAP-SWDA. Okay? So, our partners will actually be with us to discuss things pertaining to their topics. We have the Greenfield Aquaculture, which will deal with topics for the STEM students. And we also have the EPOS to discuss on topics pertaining to ABM. And the other one is the one Okada, who will be discussing topics pertaining to the technical drafting. And of course, for our Humes and Gas students, the nature of business or the SECAP-SWDA itself is the best topic for you. Okay? So I'll be sharing you the program for this 10-day training. Is it sharing, guys? The program?
Yes
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po.
Opo.
Okay po. Okay po. So our senior high school work immersion from home program, and also this serves as an orientation for the SECAP officers and members nationwide, because later we will learn more about SECAP. Okay, so we are starting today, so March 3, and it will end, and we will have our completion rights or recognition rights on March 12. So it starts at 10 a.m. So we are earlier than 10. 10. We have started 9:30. So it will start at 10 a.m. and it ends at 12 noon daily. Okay. So for our day one, and as I have already mentioned a while ago, this is equivalent to 8 hours per day. Okay. So for our day one, so we had the morning prayer led to us by Ma'am Cass from Good Tree International School. So what we are doing now is the partnership between the orientation about the partnership between SECAP-SWDA and Tansa National Trade School. And of course, we also now have with us the partner school, Good Tree International School. So a memorandum of agreement had been signed or approved by the different signatories, the president of SECAP-SWDA and the school principal of Tansa National Trade School, Dr. Rolando Dili-Dili, and the president of SECAP is, of course, Sir Restituto Perez, and the school principal of Tansa National Trade School is Dr. Rolando Dili-Dili, and it was also signed by our school's division superintendent, Dr. Romel C. Bautista. Okay, so what we are doing now is of legalities actually. Okay, so because we cannot proceed with training, with an immersion training without the approved memorandum of agreement, and it is also approved by our schools division CID, or the curriculum and implementation division, the program that we are doing now. Okay, so we are at the leveling of expectations. Actually, we had shared to you the objectives of the program, and you also had a little tour about SECAP-SWDA on its online platforms. Okay, and later we will be hearing the discussion of our trainer for today, our speaker for today, Ma'am Hananel Doria. But later she will be introduced to us by one of the officers also of SECAP-SWDA. Okay, I just would like to share with you guys the forms that you are supposed to accomplish. These forms are already discussed to the senior high school students at Tansa National Trade School. But since the Good Tree International School students are here with us, I would also like to discuss it with them. And we will be assigning these forms. We will be uploading these forms as one as your what do you call this? Classwork. We will be assigning to each student, and you will be turning it in for the submission. Okay? Sa mga Tansa National Trade School, senior high school students, because you had already done this, you'll just have to copy this from your work immersion section room na. Okay? So, you had already submitted it in there. You'll just have to submit it here also. Okay? Para magkaroon tayo ng uniformity with the other partner school or students. Okay? And the reason why I also reach out to letting the Goodtree International School join this senior high school work immersion from home is that I really appreciate their efforts. Ma'am Cass contacted me through Ma'am Joy that you are interested in joining our senior high school work immersion from home program. And also, it is, I would also like to express my gratitude. This is a sign of my gratitude to Reverend David Jong for also attending to my son, Michael Roldan. He was one of your students there. He is now in third year. He is now third year college at De La Salle, and he is doing well. Actually, I'm very proud actually as a mother, and I would like to thank Goodtree International School for being part of his education. Actually, he's good at the English language because of Goodtree. At his very young age that time, he was in grade 1. I think he spent his grade 1 up to grade 4 or grade 3 in Goodtree. He was communicating with me with the English language. So he's good at that. And we owe it from to Goodtree International School. So I'd like to thank Reverend David Jong and the staff of Goodtree International School. And welcome po to our senior high school work immersion from home training at SECAP. Okay?
Thank you very much din po, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Pakipaabot na lang po kay Rev, ma'am. Michael is doing well at De La Salle. Ang gaganda po ng grades niya ngayon, ma'am. Although I had not seen him study well kasi lalaki nga po, ang daming din headaches na binigay sa akin. Kasi sobrang friendly, OMG. Napakadaming mga friends wherever, here and there and everywhere. But now, he's really doing well, ma'am. His grades are 94, 95, 90, OMG. Kaya natutuwa po ako, and considering it is La Salle, so they have a very high standard and he is making it, and he's really doing well, and it's really a big thank you to Goodtree. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
he visited last time.
Ma'am?
He visited together with his batchmates last time
Ay,
here in
nice.
Goodtree. That's why he was able to talk to Reverend and Sir Faith as well that time.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay po. Salamat.
Okay. So, let's proceed with our program. So, later we will have a topic discussion with Ma'am Hananel Doria for the company history, legalities, policies, and objectives. This is all about SECAP-SWDA, okay? So, introduction and rationale, programs and services, requirements, SECAP forms, issues and challenges, the vision, mission, objectives, core values, rules, beneficiaries, policies, making process. I think someone's coming in. And then, of course, in the afternoon, training assessments and drafting of work immersion portfolio or narrative reports in the afternoon. Kayo na yung gagawa nun sa inyong houses, of course, with the guidance of your parents. And we would like also to thank our parents here for helping us in this program, because they are actually part of this program. They are also your teachers. They are the trainees teachers in your respective houses. Okay? So for day 2, that will be for day 1. For day 2, we will have the topic about knowing the SECAP-SWDA officers and founding board members and the role of the units in the organizational structure. Wait, my spelling. Okay, organizational structure, duties and responsibilities of officers and members, ayan, of the organizational structure, to be discussed to us by Ma'am Jedidea Raya. Okay, this our discussions for today, our speakers for today and tomorrow are also alumni of Tanzan National Trade School. So we should really be proud that they are helping us now, and you will also know about them for during their introduction as speakers. Okay. And for day 3, we will be having the topic on visual graphic design by Juan Okada. And our trainer will be Miss Jocelyn Olasiman. Okay? And another visual graphic design topic will be given to us on day 4, March 6, with the same speaker, Ma'am Jocelyn Olasiman from Juan Okada. Okay, someone's coming in. And then for March 7, day 5, we will be having a topic from Greenfield Aquaculture and Hydroponics Holding Incorporated about aquaculture, of course. And our trainer will be Engineer Mark Revilla Moon. Okay, also with a message from Dr. Luther E. Meniano, the CEO of Greenfield Aquaculture and Hydroponics Holdings Incorporated. Okay. And then for March 8, day 6, we will be having the topic on hydroponics by still Greenfield Aquaculture and Hydroponics Holding Incorporated. Again, by Engineer Mark Revilla Moon. And we will also be expecting a message from their CEO, Dr. Luther Meniano. Okay, and then for March 9, or day 7 of our training, we will be having a topic about FIRO cryptocurrency trading. And this will be for the ABM students. And our trainer will be Ma'am Nerissa Navarro from EPOS. Okay, their company name is EPOS. And then for day 8, March 10, it will be a continuation of the FIRO cryptocurrency trading. Again, to be discussed to us by Ms. Nerissa Navarro from EPOS. And then for day 9, March 11, it will be more on output consultation. Okay, so we will be having feedback sharing about the 8 days training, yan, and output consultation. And then we will be preparing for the work immersion concluding activities. So you would need to submit all your outputs for the 8 days training, and then online evaluation of post work immersion from home program at SECAP-SWDA. Okay, and then of course for day 10, it will be our graduation ceremony for the trainees. So magkakaroon din po tayo ng program. We will have the invocation, the welcome message, keynote speech. We actually have a partner and friends from India. So we will be inviting them. We have friends from universities there, and we will be inviting them as keynote speakers and for the guest messages, international guest inspirational messages. So they had actually been with us in the four batches conducted for the senior high school work immersion from home program at Tansa National Trade School with the different industry partners that we have. Okay, so at sana we would be asking for students na merong um, talents to share for the intermission number. Pwede ba yon? So, gagawa po tayo ng program and then we will be identifying students with talents to share for the intermission number. Okay? So, we will also be having training program impressions or vote of thanks from selected students from both Tanza National Trade School and Good Tree International School. And then we will have the awarding of certificates as we will be sharing or as we will be showing on the screen the your certificate. You will have to say something for you to be spotlighted para ano pag screen para pag na screenshot, so you are there receiving your certificate virtually. Okay po. So after that, of course, to close the graduation ceremony, we will have the closing remarks. At dapat meron din tayong graduation song. So pag-iisipan na natin ngayon how what will be our graduation song. Okay? So since ano pa naman po, early pa po tayo, I will be sharing with you the forms that you are supposed to accomplish and submit here at our virtual training center, SECAP-SWDA Virtual Training Center. Okay? So first, we will be asking the students to submit a parental consent. Okay, I'll share this tab instead. This was actually locally developed or drafted for Tansa National Trade School, but since we have students from other school here with us, particularly the Goodry International School, I had drafted it as a generic document. Okay, so you'll just have to accomplish this. Of course, dapat nandyan yung name ng parents ninyo, their contact number, and then of course, the name of the student and contact number as well. So, ang ilalagay po natin dyan. So, it says here, the Senior High School Work Immersion Program of the DepEd under the K-12 curriculum is indeed a beneficial and result-oriented learning process for our children studying in the senior high school. Kasi ano po ito, parental consent nga siya. Thus, we or I would like to express support by allowing my son or daughter, tapos ilalagay po dyan yung name ninyo, to undergo the work immersion from home at, of course, ilalagay po natin dito, SECAP-SWDA. Okay? And then, identified as the work immersion partner for the, kung ano yung inyong track. For example, you are from STEM, so academic, STEM. Yan. Of course, secure, submit, and comply with the necessary requirements in the said program. Tapos, ayan na, ilalagay nyo na po yung inyong mga names and the names of your parents or guardian. Okay? Let's go to the next document needed. Okay, so this is a sample resume. Actually, I'm just sharing this with you as your guide. So, for the Tansa National Trade School students, I had already shared this, and they made this as their template or guide or outline in developing their resume. Okay po, and the reason why it is presented this way, personal information, family background, educational background, voluntary work involvement or organizations affiliated with, trainings or seminars or prestigious activities attended, and recognitions as well. Ayan, and other information. The reason why we had presented it this way is that this details are actually what is asked if you apply at public office. If you apply with for a government position, these are the things they are asking. So, in the form that you will have to fill up the form 212 or the personal data sheet. Ito po yung mga hinahanap nila. So, we have outlined it or we have patterned it. We have patterned the resume the way the details are asked in the PDS. Ayan po. That's the history of our sample resume. Okay po. So, next. Okay. Ito po. Share this tab instead. Okay. Are you seeing it now? The evaluation sheet, guys?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes
Salamat.
po.
So, this is
Yes
no
po,
longer
ma'am.
new to our Tansa National Trade School students. This evaluation sheet was also shared actually to Ma'am, the one who handled previously GTIS work immersion. It was Ma'am, sino na nga po ba yun? She actually had an orientation with me, benchmarking at Tansa National Trade School. So, I had already shared this. So, we will be using this at SECAP-SWDA as your evaluation sheet. Okay? Papalitan na lang po natin yung header. Okay? Kasi Tansa National Trade School po yung nakalagay dyan. Okay? For our, i-generic na lang din po natin. Aalisin ko po yan. And then we will assign sheet, form, an evaluation form for each student para i-turn in nyo na lang and then it will be where we will be giving you your grades. Okay? So, eto po siya. Yung mga naka-red actually, so self-explanatory naman to, di ba? Yung naka-red, those highlighted with red will be what we will be replacing with our details. Okay? So, wag lang ibabalik anak, wag naman ito-turn in or i-submit na ang pangalan pa rin ay Juan de la Cruz. Okay? So, for the name of trainee, student trainee, write your name in here. Okay? And, ayan, the date is already there, March 3 to March 12. And then, the school year is there already. And then, for the track, of course, write your track, indicate your track. If you are from TVL, write TVL, of course. Okay, someone's coming in. And then the strand, STEM. Ayan po kung ano po yung section ninyo. Kung wala naman pong section na STEM lang, it's fine. Do not put anything in there. Okay po. So, this will be how we will be graded. We have here the evaluation factors, work quality, job interest and enthusiasm, work consistency, innovation, authority acceptance, regulatory and policy compliance. We have the oral expression, dependability, adaptability, interpersonal relationship, work ethics. Okay, wait. For a while po. Sandali lang po ha. This is... Wait. Yes, Sir Adrian.
Ay. Hmm.
Okay, OMG. Okay po. Medyo may interruption lang po kasi there are other schools who would like to join us. So we will be sharing also the link to them. Saka na lang natin sila i-add sa ating virtual training center. So the Lovelace Integrated Science School in Naik, Bacoor, and there are other schools, the Seraya would like to join. Okay po, wait lang po. Nigel? Nigel? Anak, please share the link. Sabi ko doon na lang muna sila mag-participate. Please share the link sa GC, the GC for the second batch, I think, with them, with Lovelace. Yeah, anak. Paki-share mo na lang doon and then the teachers there will just share it to the students na hindi pa nakapag-participate. Okay, paki na lang anak. Salamat. So, dumami po tayo. There are about yung group po kasi nila mga around for private schools po yon. So where are we? Okay. So, ito po yung ating how we will be graded. Can I ask someone, a volunteer from the group, from Goodry, please? Please, let's read how are we graded for our work immersion. So, for the evaluation factor, we have it there, and then the description. Kumbaga, itong nakalagay dito, what is indicated here, the three are just sample grades, okay? Because at Tansa National Trade School, the evaluation rating given to students, okay, so it's coming. Okay, so it is actually 70% of the total of 100% grade for the work immersion. So nakikita niyo po dyan. The sample grade that was given is equivalent to 62.3% out of 70%. Kasi we grade the senior high school work immersion at Tansa National Trade School, 70% a rating from the industry, and then 15% comes from the narrative report, and then 15% comes from the narrative presentation. Ganun po yung distribution ng grade. Okay, so may I ask a volunteer from Goodry International School to read the evaluation factor and description here. How are we graded for our senior high school work immersion from home program? Anyone from Good 3, please?
Francis, please read.
Okay, yes, Francis, go ahead, anak.
Hello po. For the evaluation factor, we have the work quality. The student must have the ability to complete work assignment with accuracy, thoroughness, and neatness. The student must also have an application of quality criteria to complete work systematically with attention to detail. The student must observe or have the observation of safety and environmental aspects, good recording and reporting practice, and implementation of systematic digital file management in own system according to instructions. For the job interest and enthusiasm, we have the willingness and motivation for the work assignment, a self-starter. And for the work consistency, we have the student must have the ability to meet time schedules on work assignment under various pressures, and the use of appropriate digital tools and equipment on work operations. For the innovation, the student must have the ability to generate new ideas and suggestions and creativity in problem solving. For the authority acceptance, the student must display of respect for supervisory authority and willingness for assignments. The student must also have a great respect to self and others within and outside the workplace. For the regulatory and policy, um, the student must have a clear understanding of and ability to properly apply company regulations and policies. Preparing workstation before commencing work, carrying out work according to OHS procedures, including hazard identification and control measures, adherence to company ethical standards, organizational policy and guidelines on the prevention and reporting of ethical conduct and behavior. For the oral expression, we have communicating ideas, suggestions clearly and pleasantly, reading, interpreting, and following information on work specifications. Dependability, voluntary performance, and punctuality when supervisor is not around, observing safety and environmental aspects related to workplace and time management skills. And for the adaptability, the student must have the ability to adjust effectively to new or changing situation with minimum difficulty and sequences operations and meets work specifications. For the interpersonal relationship, the student must display of cooperation, tact, emotional or EQ with associates and supervisors. The student must have a clear and affirmed work values, ethics, concepts consistently in the workplace. The personal behavior and relationships with coworkers and or clients consistent with ethical standards, policy, and guidelines. And for the work ethics, satisfactory and consistent compliance with industry, work ethical standards, organizational policy, and guidelines.
Okay, thank you so much, Francis. Okay, so we're done with the forms. So we will just be assigning these forms as your classwork, and you will just have to comply. Okay, so a copy will be assigned to each student. So you will just be turning it in to submit. Okay, we will be giving instructions on how to submit or turn in documents or classworks for submission. Okay, so it's now 10:30. Okay, we are about to hear the discussion from our trainer for today, and I would like to ask Ma'am Jedidea Raya to introduce to us our trainer for today.
Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce our speaker for today. She was born in Quiapo, Manila, but raised in Cavite. Graduated primary education at Paradahan Elementary School as natatanging mag-aaral, batch 2008. An alumna of Tensa National Trade School. She became a board committee in Junior Marketing Association year 2019 to 2020, a Dean's Lister in 3 consecutive semesters, finished her bachelor degree at Universidad de Manila, and she is currently working as an overall assistant manager coordinator at Behind the Vow by RM and a national commissioner and provincial secretary at SECAP-SWDA. Everyone, let's welcome Miss Hananiel Doria.
I'll stop sharing.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's a problem on my mic. Uh, Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning po.
Good morning po, ma'am.
Good morning po, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Morning po.
Welcome to your first day in a new normal work immersion. Nakapag-adjust na ba kayo? I just want to know you more. Kamusta? Ang new normal natin.
Medyo mahirap po.
Wait, I will share my screen for my report for today. Okay. Nawala si Ma'am eh. Oo nga pala, brief intro from me. I'm an alumna from Tansa National Trade School. Hindi masyado. Na-share screen mo na? Wala yung screen. Okay. So, let's start. What is SECAP-SWDA? SECAP-SWDA is a Senior Citizens and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines, Incorporated. And SWDA means Auxiliary Social Welfare.
Excuse me for a
Yes,
while. Yeah, it's not sharing. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'll just share it at my end. I have the file anyway now. Wait.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Ayun.
Is it sharing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yan. Okay, again, SECAP-SWDA is a senior citizen and welfare club of the Philippines, Incorporated. And our main office is in 10B Omeros Street, Barangay, Holy Spirit, Quezon City, with satellite office nationwide. Ang coverage ng operation ng SECAP-SWDA is nationwide with authority to accept donations worldwide. And SECAP-SWDA in NCR, CAR, Region 1 to Region 13, and BARM. And I want you all to meet our president, Mr. Restituto E. Perez. He is a scholar ng bayan, 1981-1986 OFW, 1994 elected Barangay Kagawad Chairman, Appropriation Committee, 1997 re-elected Barangay Kagawad, founder, president, Area 7 Kagawad Association, Quezon City. 1997 to 1998 Vice President Task Force, Urban of the Philippines, Malacanang, Manila, GMA, NGO Group. 2001 to 2004 Administrative Assistant, Urban Poor Affairs Office. 2005 Consultant in Novaliches District Office, Mr. Tadeo Palma. 2010 to 2016 Honorable Herbert M. Bautista, Consultant Office of the Mayor in Quezon City. 2016 National Coordinating Council, MRRD and ECC, Chairman District 2, Quezon City, and a founder agency, National President, Social Welfare and Development Agency, Senior Citizens and Elderly Club of the Philippines, Incorporated. So, ayun nga, I want to share you the history kung bakit niya binuo yung SECAP-SWDA. Are you guys listening?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
attentive, ha?
Yes po, ma'am.
Kasi maganda to. Let's
Yes
make
po.
it fun since it's the first day of your work immersion. Kaya niya binuo yung SECAP-SWDA. Even though nakapangalan siya as senior citizen and elderly welfare, is it because yung nagtrabaho siya sa ibang bansa, meron siyang nakita ng mga Pinoy na as in kabaro niya, kamukha niya, sabi niya, uy, Pilipino to ah. Tapos tinanong niya, kasi nakita niya yung mga kapwa Pilipino niya na kumakain sa basurahan. So, as a Filipino, di ba, parang pag nakita natin yung kababayan natin na ganun yung kalagayan, anong may isip nyo? Parang ano yung pumasok sa isip nyo na bakit ganito? Di ba, dapat pag Filipino tayo, nakaka-proud kasi nakapunta tayo ng ibang bansa or ang ibig sabihin ng nasa ibang bansa is successful ka na or you're working hard na bakit nagtatrabaho tayo doon. Tapos siya, iba yung nadatnan niya. Kaya, yung SECAP-SWDA nabuo kasi yung mga kabaro niya ay ganun ang kalagayan sa ibang bansa. Parang nasa isip niya na ayoko nang maging ganito ang mga Pilipino. Na hindi dapat tayo nangangalakal ng basura or kumakain sa basura sa ibang bansa. 'Di ba? Dapat meron tayong dignity when it comes na nasa ibang bansa tayo na dapat malayo na yung narating natin, akala natin na ganun. Hindi rin kasi madali yung buhay. Right? So, ayun nga. Dito nabuo yung pag-aaral niya na he wants to be a leader na makakatulong hindi lang sa mahihirap kundi sa lahat ng Pilipino. Para yung Pilipino maging proud sa sarili natin mismo. Okay? Do you all get it? Di ba masyadong mabilis ang explanation?
Okay na.
I get it.
Sa ngayon, ang dami na nating pinagmamalaki sa Filipino, di ba? Pag narinig niyo yung Philippines or Filipino,
Yes po.
nakaka-proud na. Pero ngayon, di rin naman natin may iwasan na at this age, talaga, marami pa rin may hirap, marami pa rin kailangan tulungan. And ayun yung itatakal ko sa inyo about the mission and vision of this SECAP-SWDA. But first, let's know the legalities. Yung SECAP and SWDA is certificate and license to operate na siya. Kasi tayo ay non-government organization. Are you familiar with the government agencies like Pag-ibig, PhilHealth? Yes, right?
Yes po.
Yes.
Ito,
Yes po.
yung organization natin, auxiliary siya ng DSWD. Ibig sabihin ng auxiliary agency, yung DSWD, tinutulungan namin siya sa trabaho nila. We are agency na to help the DSWD na makatulong din sa Filipinos. So, ano siya, licensed and registered na siya. Ibig sabihin, legal na yung agency natin. Noong February 12, 2020. And since alam naman natin nangyari ng 2020, 'di ba? We also still na adjusting na dahil sa pandemic, hindi nakakilos yung agency. Tapos ngayon, sunod-sunod na yung pagkilos namin as an agency na maka-help sa mga tao. And we are ABSNet member, Area-Based Standard Network member. Ibig sabihin nun, we are a standard bureau na kailangan sinusunod noong October 9, 2019. And makikita nyo rin yung commitment nila ni President Restituto. Yan. And we are registered also in Securities and Exchange Commission, Philippines. Yan yung legalities. Nakikita nyo ba, guys? Yan. And here is our corporate TIN number noong May 14, 2019. It is important kasi, guys, na makita nyo kung sa isang organization, di ba? Ganun pala yon na kailangan pag bumuo ka ng organization, lalo na yung may magandang mitian organization, kailangan ililegal mo yon kasi nga sumusunod tayo sa law, di ba, ng Philippines. Pero kung gumawa ka ng organization tapos walang legalities, So, paano yung pinaglalaban mo kung sa law nga hindi ka nakasunod? So, here are the policies and objectives. Fulfillment of duty. Adapt an integrated and comprehensive approach to health development and other services available to all the Filipino at affordable cost. Priority. Give preferential attention to the welfare of the less fortunate, the poor, unschooled person with disability or PWDs, solo parents, junior and senior citizens aged 40 to 80 years old, and to indigenous people and less in life. Ayun yung pinaka-objective natin na as in makatulong talaga, di ba? Introduction and rationale. SECAP initiates and promotes a healthy and harmonious association by developing civic, spiritual, social, and cultural awareness and consciousness to the underprivileged, sick, elderly, junior and senior citizens, age of 40 to 80 years of age, women, solo parents, and children, and to act as intermediary mediator with the national and local government units and private entities worldwide, tasked with the delivery of basic services to the community nationwide. Okay. So, ayun nga. Sino na nakagets ng intro ng SECAP-SWDA? Para kanino kaya ito? Ang organization natin na ito. Anyone? You can raise your hand. Okay.
Mga poor.
Miko?
Sa mga poor po, ma'am.
Not just poor, ano pa?
40 to 80 years old. Solo parent.
40 to 80.
Ano po, ma'am? Parang nasa laylayan, ma'am. Yung ganun. Hindi po.
Sa mga underprivileged po.
Naiintindihan nyo na ngayon kung para saan yung organization na to. Okay. I'll discuss the issues and challenges kung bakit ito nabuo. Typically, in our experience of consultations, active participations in the different government agency, business sectors, non-government organization, and people's organization, we have encountered several issues, particularly the youth sector, women, the environment, human rights, education, health and employment. The Declaration of Policies and Objectives of the Constitution provides social justice in all phases of the national development. Okay. Familiar kayo sa mga issues na to?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes
Sa
po,
youth
ma'am.
sector, sa women,
Yes po, ma'am.
environment, right?
Yes po.
And until now, still our problem here in the Philippines, right? Marami pa rin problema sa environment, sa women rights, sa youth sector. Even though these issues exist, itong agency na to ang maaaring makatulong para sa mga ganong problema. Okay. To fulfill this duty, the organization is challenged to help and assist from grassroots level, motivate and encourage the people to contribute to nation building, encourage their families and communities reaffirm the valued Filipino tradition of caring and helping hands in partnership with the national government, local government units, and private entities. Yun siya. Para ma-fulfill nga naman tong duties natin, kailangan pa rin naman natin yung government. Pero, this SECAP-SWDA will help the government. Hindi natin sila kakalabanan or something, pero nandito kami to help that the government, local government units, para makaabot lahat ng tulong sa poor of the poorest, yung sa mga pinakanangangailangan. Siyempre, di ba, ang lawak ng Pilipinas na akala nating maliit. Lahat ba ng hinihingi nating tulong natutugunan ng gobyerno? Doon pa nga lang sa SAP, 'di ba? Ang dami nang nanghihingi ng tulong. Na bakit nga naman kailangan talaga natin ng tulong from them? It's because we are paying our taxes. Right? Ang government kasi, kaya sila tinawag na government is, public servant sila, di ba? Ibig sabihin ng public servant, they have to serve their community. yung buong bansa ng Pilipinas. Right? Are you there? Are you
Yes
still
po.
there, guys?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Do you still understand
Yes
me?
po.
Yes
Yes
po.
po, ma'am. Yes
Yes,
po.
Yes.
ma'am.
Pero we're not against the the government. I'm just talking about their work or kung ano yung kailangan nilang gawin sa ating mga Pilipino. Siyempre, sa sobrang laki ng Pilipinas, ang government, sobrang dami na rin yung problema. So, itong mga agencies na under nila, like the SWD, sila yung mga tumutulong sa government. And also us, as agency, kami rin yung tutulong sa government na para mapa-implement lahat ng tulong. Okay. Providing a humanitarian assistance and giving preferential attention to the welfare of the less fortunate members of community, the poor, the unschooled, the disabled, PWDs, the underprivileged, the junior and senior citizens aged 40 to 80 years old, and those who have less in life. Okay, let's go to mission and vision. The vision. The Senior Citizens and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines, Incorporated, envisions itself to be a model leader of effective governance and responsible non-government organization, working in partnership with the national government, local government units, and the citizenry in building quality services to the community. Ayun nga yung sinasabi ko kanina. We are here to help the government. And the mission, it is our mission to provide quality service which will make Senior Citizens and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines Incorporated an ideal organization for humanitarian assistance, particularly to the less fortunate members of the community, the poor, the unschooled, the disabled, the underprivileged, the junior and senior citizens, and those who have less in life. Sino ang nakakaalam dito kung ano ang meaning ng humanitarian? Anyone? Humanitarian. What is humanitarian?
Humanitarian po is something that tries to provide for human welfare po. Parang regarding human welfare.
Isa pa. That's good. Humanitarian means yung tulong mo sa tao. That's humanitarian. 'Di ba ang mga mayayaman ngayon, yung mga may-ari ng companies, kailangan nila ng ganyan humanitarian project. Also, the government, meron din silang mga humanitarian project. Lahat 'yon about sa people. Tutulungan nila lahat ng mga taong nangangailangan. It's about people. Okay. Objectives. Establish mechanisms whereby the contribution of the group membership and the community are maximized. Adopt measures whereby members and the non-members assisted and appreciated by the community as a whole. Establish a program beneficial to members, their family, rest of the community that they serve, and establish community-based health rehabilitation program. Core values. Duty of care. Take care and ensure prudent use of all assets including facility, people, and goodwill. Itong core values, ito yung pinaka iniingatan namin, lalo na kasama to sa yung logo ng organization namin. Duty of care, duty of loyalty, to ensure that the activities and transactions are first and foremost advancing its mission, recognize and disclose conflicts of interest, make decisions that are in the best interest of the organization, not of the individual board of directors or any other individual or for-profit entity. Duty of loyalty, syempre, ito naman, kailangan to loyal ka dun sa organization or dun sa nilalaban natin na mission vision ng programa na kailangan talaga makatulong. Syempre, hindi tayo gagawa ng desisyon na para sa board, kapakanan lang ng board directors or sa mga nakaupo. It's for the organization. Duty of obedience. Ensure that the organization obeys applicable laws and regulations, follow its own bylaws, and that the organization adheres to its stated corporation purpose and mission. That's the core values. And here naman, I'm so excited na i-present sa inyo ang programs and services. Okay, you all are familiar with the Pag-ibig, the SWD, PhilHealth organizations, right?
Yes po.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Po. Ano yung mga ginagawa nila?
Yes, ma'am.
Anong ginagawa? Ang Pag-ibig is for housing program, right?
Yes
Ang
po.
Yes po,
PhilHealth,
ma'am.
ang PhilHealth
Medical healthcare po.
health
Puso.
sa
Medical po.
medical assistance, hospitalization, and all. Diba? Ang DSWD, welfare program, right? Mm-mm. Ito naman, ang DOLE,
Sa work.
Employment po, ma'am. Employment.
mm-mm. So, ito, ang programs and services namin, magugulat kayo. Nakikita niyo yung apat na yan? Livelihood program, Damayan program, training program, and scholarship program. Nakikita nyo?
Yes,
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Yes po.
Yes po,
Po,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Sobrang swerte ng SECAP-SWDA. Ay, tsaka sobrang blessed kasi kami yung license, tapos kami yung may apat na program. Usually kasi when it comes to foundation or organization, isa lang yung program na pinapatupad nila. Like katulad nga niya nung DOLE for employment lang, yung DSWD for welfare, tapos so on. Sa amin, livelihood program, job orientation, job opportunities, and business financing. What's the meaning of that? Livelihood program is for pangkabuhayan ng families. Ito, under nito, napakadami. Lahat ng pangkabuhayan, pwede, nandito sa amin. Magre-request lang ng kung ano yung appropriate, kung anong gusto mong pangkabuhayan. Ganun yung livelihood program. Kunwari, sa isang community, halos lahat kayo gusto magpatay ng barbershop or something na skills, ganun. Pasok siya sa livelihood program. I-request lang dun sa organization namin. Yon, job orientation, job opportunities, business financing, lahat-lahat yan. Tapos, yung Damayan program is for hospitalization assistance, medical and dental assistance, and burial assistance, and others. Ang others is sobrang dami pa. Pwede pang kahit saan yan. Hospitalization assistance. Di ba sa isang member naman natin ng family, mahirap talaga ang magkasakit. Lalo na kapag yan ang dinadahilan na wala pong pampa-hospital. Right? Ang Damayan program, doon siya nakafocus. Kung ano yung kailangan ng Pilipino, medical assistance, dental, lahat-lahat nandyan. Doon sa Damayan program. Training program. Ito yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Nagte-training tayo. Work immersion for the students. Yan. Tas ang lawak din yan kasi may others pa siya. Skilled workers, call center agents, food processing, and others. Nakakasunod ba ang lahat?
Opo.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Yan, no? And lastly, the scholarship program. Elementary education scholar, education and materials assistant, and others. Ito sa scholarship, napakaganda nito since lahat naman tayo, di ba, may karapatan tayong mag-aral. Dito, since wala na rin bayad naman yung ibang universities when it comes to college, ito, libre na to. Libre from elementary. You can be scholar as elementary pa lang, ha? Elementary pa lang, pwede ka na maging scholar. High school, college, pwede na. Tapos, ang maintaining grade, ang sabi ng president namin, naalala ko, 75. Average ng 75. Ibig sabihin, lahat may pag-asa when it comes to schooling. Yan. 'Di ba ang scholarship naman kasi may maintaining grades 'yan, 'di ba? Sa iba, lalong-lalo na sa college. May maintaining grades 'yan na kailangan ganito para maging scholar ka. Dito, sa SECAP-SWDA, kasi nga, pagtulong nga yung mission namin, kahit 75, kahit ano yan, kahit yun na yung pinababa mong grade, makakapag-aral ka ng libre. Is it good? Hello?
Yes po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Po.
It's
Po,
great.
Any
ma'am.
question?
None.
Wala po.
Kung hindi po sila,
Any question about the
kung hindi
programs?
po sila
Tatlo.
pag dahil po sa hindi naman po nila kailangan ng mataas.
Ano, Jamil?
Paano po kung hindi na po sila magsipag kasi hindi naman po kailangan ng mataas na grade?
Ha? Louder,
Paano po, ma'am?
please.
Paano po kung hindi na po kailangan magsipag kasi hindi na po kailangan ng mataas na grade?
Yung hindi na sila magsisipag kasi hindi na mataas yung grades.
Yes po.
Siyempre, depende yun sa student, di ba? Kung binigyan ka na nga ng opportunity na makapag-aral ng libre, tatamarin ka pa ba? Kailangan pa rin ba na mababa yung grades mo? Siyempre, hindi sa ganun. Kaya nga tayo nagbigay ng free scholarship kasi nga, ang bibigyan natin to, yung poor of the poorest, yung ganun. Di ba sila yung mga gustong mag-aral? Kaso wala silang pambaon, walang pamasok, walang pang-uniform, yun. Kung sila, bibigyan sila ng opportunity na ganun, kunwari kung ako man yung ganun kahirap, sobrang magiging masaya ko, di ba? As a student, at sisipagan ko. Kasi, bihira rin nagbibigay ng scholarship na ganun yung grade mo. Kaya lang naman sila mababa yung grades kasi hindi sila nakapag-focus sa pag-aaral. Bakit? Ang dami nilang iniisip. Kulang sila sa pagkain, kulang sila sa materials, right? Ganun yun. Ikaw ba, pag binigyan ba kita ng free scholarship, sasayangin mo ng ganun-ganun lang?
Di po.
Of course, no. Sayang naman. Ang dami-daming gustong batang makapag-aral. 'Di ba? Lalo na yung mga pinapakita kahit nga sa pag-scroll ng Facebook or sa kay MJS, yung mga napapanood natin na hanggang ngayon 2021 na, 20 generation natin 20s na pero meron pa ring naglalakad ng ilang oras para lang makapasok, 'di ba? Meron pa ring kailangan mag-swimming bago makapasok sa school. Tapos pina-plastic lang nila yung mga gamit nila or books, 'di ba? Yan yung pinakakailangan masarap tulungan na lalong nakakapag-eager kasi na makapag-aral sila kahit walang-wala ako. May dahilan sila, 'di ba? Para magkaroon ng edukasyon. Sa ngayon nga, napakaswerte nyo na ganyan, ang work immersion nyo online na lang. Hindi katulad noon, yung mga nakaraang taon, talagang kukumpletuhin yung bawat oras, matututunan nila lahat yung surroundings when it comes to work, right? Kaya dapat ito yung mga moment na chine-cherish nyo kasi super blessed nyo na nagiging madali na lang ang lahat. Right?
Yes po, ma'am.
Pero wag nyo iti-take for granted.
Yes, ma'am.
Lagi yung pag-iigihan. Lalo schooling. Yan, nasa age 2. I know, it's mahirap, lalo ngayon nasa adjustment period tayo, nasa pandemic. Kasi I've been there. I'm a fresh graduate. And my college days, eto konting kwento lang, na nagtitesis kami na wala talaga akong internet dito sa bahay. Ginagawa ko lahat ng paraan na para lang magawa yung yung trabaho ko as a student. Biruin mo, nagtitesis kami nang wala kami internet. Naghahanap kami ng signal and all, tapos pandemic, bawal lumabas sa bahay. 'Di ba? Ang hirap nung phase na 'yon. Kulang na sa financial, tapos ganun pa na kailangan mag-comply ka lagi. Nung akala namin hindi namin natututunan yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero wala kailangan pag-igihan. Sana ganun din kayo, guys. Lahat nung nandito, malawak pa naman yung panahon natin. Time management lang yan. Time management lang yan when it comes to school. Kung may time nga kayo makapag-social media, right? Sana may time din kayo makapagbasa, makapag-review, makapag-comply sa lahat-lahat. Kaya niyo yan. Okay, next. Programs and services. Ito yung mga requirements na kailangan ipasa when you need the programs and services. Photocopy of SECAP member's ID, accomplished SECAP membership profile form, original barangay certificate of indigency, certified true copy of medical abstract, medical certificate for medical and hospital assistance only. Learner's identification card, registration card for scholarship assistance only, and certified true copy of statement of account or SOA for scholarship assistance only. Training project proposal for livelihood and training programs only, and training project list of beneficiaries for livelihood and training programs. Ito yung mga ika-comply na requirements once you want to avail our programs and services. Kailangan may SECAP member ID kayo. Ito ang ating SECAP forms. Yan yung SECAP membership beneficiary form. Pag nag-fill up kayo niyan, ibig sabihin, under na kayo ng SECAP-SWDA, and you can avail all our programs and services. Ito yung SECAP request form. Yan, nandyan yung livelihood program, damayan program, training program, and scholarship program. Checkan nyo lang kung ano yung kailangan yung assistance. Yan. Endorsement form. Nakikita nyo ba, guys? Naintindihan nyo ba kung ano yung mga yan? Yan. Okay. Beneficiaries. The beneficiaries of the SECAP are citizen of the Republic of Philippines, dysfunctional families, out of school and other youth with special needs, solo parents, person with disabilities or PWDs, and indigenous people. Yun nga yung paulit-ulit natin sinasabi na sila yung pinakamanangailangan ng tulong, right? Lalo na ngayon, pandemic. Okay. Policies making process. Board of Directors does not exist solely to fulfill duties and serve as fiduciary of the organization assets. Board of Directors play very significant roles providing policies for organization's culture, strategic focus of activities, and financial sustainability. Okay. You all are familiar with the board of directors, right? Sila yung gumagawa ng mga law or kailangan ng decision making when it comes to organizations. Ayan. Client protection policy. The SECAP general policies is to deliver services to the members and beneficiaries, also manages personnel, oversees. Yes? Okay. Administration and maintains cash funds. As a recipient of grants from various channels and projects, holders of welfare activities, the organization upholds principles of accountability and transparency and takes more passion, knowledge, skills, resources, and relationship. It also takes time, planning, patience, and flexibility. Policies and programs that seek to reduce poverty and vulnerability to risk and enhance the social status and rights of the marginalized by promoting and protecting livelihood and employment, protecting against hazards and sudden loss of income, and improving people's capacity to manage risk. Protecting underprivileged rights and their best interests and giving them the opportunity to participate in programs that educate them on their rights, personal safety techniques, and steps they can take in case of a problem. Helping the underprivileged break the cycle of poverty is more than providing health care, education, and employment. It's about working toward the complete well-being of each and every human being, and that means keeping them safe. Empowering and educating underprivileged on their rights, personal safety, and steps they can take if there is a problem. Integrating their protection into all aspects of our organizational strategy, structures, and work practices. The organization monitor physical abuse, neglect, and emotional abuse to absolutely look out for the safety and the best interests of the clientele or beneficiaries. Training staff and volunteers on how to identify the underprivileged needs. Protection policy is made up of several components, all with the goal of keeping clientele safe. It includes organization of specific protection protocols, guidelines for reporting incidents. Steps for preventing abuse can take many forms, and the organization staff and volunteers work hard to recognize the deal with any situation on physical health and development or dignity. That's all. Thank you for listening. But wait, did you guys, nasundan nyo ba? Lahat? Any question?
Yes po.
Okay. I'm ready for the questions. Ang bilis pala, 11 lang. You guys still there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po, ma'am.
Lahat kailangan magtanong ha. Anong mga tanong nyo?
Ma'am, may tanong ako.
Oh, yes.
Kahit po ba kaming students, pwede po kami maka-avail ng assistance sa SECAP?
Yes. Since Filipino ka, di ba? Lahat pwede mag-avail. Ngayon nga, na-avail yun na eh. Kahit training program. Kasama na kayo sa training program ngayon ng SECAP-SWDA. Although, di ba meron tayong membership kasi. Ang membership, sila talaga yung pinakamakakatanggap ng lahat ng programs and services as of now. But, sinisikap namin na nationwide, lahat ng Pilipino, basta Pilipino ka, mahirap, yan, tapos yung middle, makakarating sa kanila yung programs and services.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Mm-mm. Maganda ba yung yung programs and services? Naintindihan niyo yung lahat ng yon? Yung 4?
Maganda naman po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am. Maganda po siya.
Mm-mm. O sige, review tayo Review tayo. Para saan nga ulit yung Damayan program?
Para po sa medical assistance.
Medical assistant.
Assisting po sa mga tao.
Burial assistance po.
Burial assistance. Very good. Yung livelihood.
Pangkabuhayan.
Para po sa mga
trabaho po.
businesses and financing.
Kailangan trabaho. Para po sa mga employment opportunities.
Mm-mm. Yung scholarship. Sino-sino makakatanggap nun?
Mula po sa elementary hanggang secondary.
Okay, very good. Nakikinig. Okay. Sa history, bakit naitayo ang SECAP-SWDA?
Kasi po nakita
Nakita po ng
ni Sir
SWDA yung mga
Instituto.
Filipino na nakain sa trash bins ng US.
Isa-isa lang You can raise your hands. Sino yung makakasagot? Okay, Glassy.
So nagsimula po yung SECAP-SWDA no. Na meet po or nakita po ng President, which is si Mr. Estuto po, na yung mga kapwa Pilipino niyo po sa ibang bansa, nung nandun po siya, ay nakain sa mga basurahan sa US, and he wanted to make a change with that. Kaya po na-establish yung SECAP-SWDA.
Yeah, very good. What is the name of our founding president?
Restituto E. Perez Jr.
Oh, very good. May plus points kayo kay ma'am. So, ayun. Ito, short lang to, sobrang brief lang ng explanation ko about the SECAP-SWDA organization. Pero sana marami kayong natutunan. And since maaga pa, ang dami na rin, I want to share some projects kasi ng SECAP-SWDA. Although it's pioneering means establishing pa rin, continuous yung paghahanap namin ng kailangang tulungan. Tapos yung organization na ito is talagang binubuo pa lang, pero naka-ready na lahat ng programs. Ayun, I want to share kung bakit din ako napunta dito. Gusto niyo bang malaman?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Very interesting, right? Ano kasi, as a fresh graduate noong 2020 and it's pandemic, sobrang lahat na ng companies yata na-applyan ko na, although through emails lang, tapos pinupuntahan ko na rin. Wala talaga. Sobrang hirap nung status dahil sa pandemic. Biruin mo, fresh graduate, tapos hindi kami nakagraduate ng nakakasuot ng toga, right? Sobrang sakit na gumraduate lang kami through online. Hindi namin masyadong na-feel na, talaga ba? Graduate na kami. Ganyan. Ang mabilisan lahat ng pangyayari. Sobrang hirap. Na nakaka-pressure na gusto mo na makatulong sa family mo, ganyan. Tapos, eto na nga, tumawag yung elderly brother ng sa church namin. Binigyan niya kami ng sabi niya, magpasa kayo ng resume dito. Maganda to, ganyan-ganyan. Ang organization na to. Hanggang sa nadala na kami. Kasi nangingi ako ng sign kay Lord na, Lord, ano ba, meron pa ba kaming pag-asa na magkaroon ng work this year? Sobrang kailangan na ng work. Tapos, yun na, binigay na ni Lord, answered prayer na pinuntahan namin. And then, they explained to us what is SECAP-SWDA, what is this organization, the programs and services. Mismong, si President Restituto ang nag-explain sa amin. Lahat-lahat. Pati yung rights, Filipino rights namin, kung bakit nagkakaganto. Kasi ang dami nating hindi alam when it comes to law, right? Pati sa policies, sa human rights mismo. Ang dami nating hindi alam na ganun pala yon. Doon ako namulat na, kailangan pala ganun. Kailangan pala alam mo yung karapatan mo bilang isang Pilipino para malalaman mo kung nasa tama ka ba o dinadaya ka na, ganyan. Tapos, since nalaman namin yung programs and services, ito rin naman kasi yung gusto ko, yung makatulong, yung maabot ko yung kamay ko na at the age of 24, nakakatulong na ako sa kababayan, ganyan. At hindi lang ako nakakatulong, di ba? Magkakaroon pa ako ng sahod. Tumutulong na ako, kumikita pa ako. Actually, hindi siya sahod, compensation, ganun. Kaya, nakapasok ako dito. Although I have a sideline, I'm a coordinator also in weddings. Yon. Sobrang ganda, sobrang nakaka-bless kasi yun din naman ang gusto ni Lord, di ba? Yung maibalik mo lahat ng help sa tao. Sobrang lalo ngayon na pandemic, ang dami nangangailangan ng tulong. Ano naman kaya kong ibigay? Wala nga ako kahit sa sarili ko or sa family ko. Pero ngayon, meron ng way. Yon. Are you still there, guys?
Na-inspire po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes po.
Transfer po kami.
Yes po, we are all here.
Ay, ma'am, nandiyan ka
Thank you
po.
so much, Ma'am Hananiel, for that discussion about SECAP-SWDA. So she had mentioned a while ago that it is a pioneering humanitarian organization in partnership with the different private organizations and government agencies nationwide. So in our upcoming days for the training, we will be having topics from the different partners of SECAP-SWDA. So, kagaya ng nabanggit niya kanina, it is pioneering. So, we are establishing the different aspects, the different strengths for the SECAP-SWDA. So, she had mentioned a while ago that fundings comes from grants through the different government agencies. She mentioned like DSWD, DOLE, ano pa nga po yung ibang nabanggit?
Pag-ibig.
Ibig, ma'am, PhilHealth.
Yeah. So it is actually interagency. So it receives grants from the different government agencies, and also it is authorized to accept donations from the international community. So hindi kasi lahat ng humanitarian organizations or foundations are authorized to accept donations from the international community or else meron tayong batas about that, yung AMLAC, if you are aware of it. Okay, so it is a pioneering humanitarian organization. It had been established with the SEC or registered with the SEC 2019, and just last year 2020 February 12, 2020, it had been granted with the license to operate as a social welfare and development agency under the DSWD, or ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng DSWD?
Department of Social Welfare and Development.
Yeah, okay. So we are an auxiliary social welfare and development agency of the Philippines. And since you are now our trainees here at SECAP, you are now one with us. Ibig sabihin, kasama na namin kayo as part of the SECAP, or the Senior Citizen and Elderly Welfare Club of the Philippines, a social welfare and development agency ng ating nation or ng ating country, the Philippines. So the officers and the top officers, our board members are actually working for partnership with the international communities and different funders for the programs to be implemented nationwide. At lahat yan ay beneficiaries, all the Filipino citizens of our country. And please help us also pray, because I'm praying for SECAP and I'm praying for everyone and for all of you also, guys. Let us help pray para magkaroon ng magandang buhay ang ating bansang Pilipinas. Okay? So any more questions from you guys?
Ma'am, mag-uumpisa na po ba?
Jefferson.
Mag-uumpisa na po ba kaming mag-join sa SECAP registration nila, ma'am?
Come again, anak? What were you saying?
Sa SECAP po, sa website nila, pwede na pong mag-join po.
Mag-join? Yeah. You can join. You can actually join. So if you will be interested in joining, there are procedures, there are steps. So right now kasi you will get to know more about SECAP. So there will be other details, other topics to be discussed to you about SECAP. Meron pa tayong tomorrow, so we will be dealing with other details, other informations about SECAP. So if you are willing to join, there are also process that you will have to go through. Okay? At ano naman, actually, maganda nga yun kasi ang ating isa sa mga beneficiaries ay students for the scholarship program. Okay, it's just that right now, ang ating funds, ang ating SECAP funds is subject to availability of funds pa lang siya. Because right now, ang ating source of funds are coming from the different agencies. So you will just have to comply the requirements required by the different agencies, and then you will have to request kung ano yung kailangan mong i-request na benefit, and then your paper will be evaluated, and then you will just have to wait for the funds. And right training. Ibig sabihin, if you rate it 3, 2, or 1, dapat meron kayong comments or suggestions on how to improve the training. Okay? So, yun po yung ating magiging agreement. If you rate the training event 3, 2, or 1, dapat magbigay po kayo ng comments and suggestions on how to improve our training. Okay po? Another detail here is, what are the 3 takeaways that you learned today from the training? So, isusulat nyo po dyan kung ano po yung mga natutunan natin ngayong araw. Okay? So, 3 dapat po yon. Okay? And these activities will all be recorded for your, as we have mentioned a while ago, as we have discussed a while ago, the evaluation sheet on how you will be graded, on how you will be rated as a trainee here at SECAP-SWDA. So you're now one with us. Feel that you are now a part of SECAP. Okay? Dapat lang po, let's try our very best to follow the rules, to follow what is instructed to us by the trainers. So we have different trainers for the 10 days. So we have 2 trainers for today, including me and Ma'am Hannah. By the way, hindi pa pala ako nagpapakilala, no? So I am Dr. Crescencia. My middle name is Tarinay kasi sabi ng nanay ko, bakit Kanubas na? Eh, ganoon naman talaga. If you marry, ang dadalhin mo talaga ang apelyido din na is the family name of your husband. So, minsan, dinudugtong ko talaga yung family name na Tarinay to please my mother. Okay? Anyway, so I am Dr. Crescencia Tarinay Canubas. So, I work with Tanzan National Trade School as the senior high school work immersion head, and we had actually established the partnership with SECAP-SWDA because I was invited through our church as one to become one of the officers, as one of the international commissioners working actually on partners to fund the SECAP-SWDA to be able to implement the different programs being offered at SECAP. And we are very hopeful and we are praying hard. And right now there are transactions in progress pertaining to that. Ayan po. Ito po ay aking humanitarian organization membership or officership. And it is also allowed with the DepEd, as we are also required to be members of certain humanitarian organizations kasi nire-require na rin po yan sa amin sa DepEd to be members of humanitarian organizations as part of our yearly IPCRF kasi nire-require po kami of our accomplishment reports. And it is actually one requirement by DepEd na meron po kaming humanitarian organization. So I am also a member and also an officer of SECAP-SWDA. And I'm very happy being offered of the opportunity to help. Kasi if kilala nyo din siya, si Jack Ma. Do you know Jack Ma, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Alibaba.
Diba? Very, kilala siya na tao sa buong mundo. He says, there should be a part in your life, there should be a time in your life where you should be helping people, most especially the youth. When this SECAP-SWDA was introduced to me, I thought of it as an opportunity para magawa ko din yung nagawa ni Jack Ma. Kasi sabi niya, at age 50 to 60 years old, you should be helping others most especially the youth. O, di ba? Eh, salamat sa wala pa naman akong 50, but I'm getting there. So I was really happy. I am happy that this SECAP-SWDA was introduced to me. Na maging kumbaga privilege to be able to help other people, the youth, not just the youth, but all people, all in all walks of life, at ang ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Okay? And with that, so ayan, na-share na namin sa inyo yung ating evaluation sheet on how to accomplish it. And let's just pray, everyone, God will continue to bless us. The Holy Spirit will guide us all the way. And the reason why we had come up with this work immersion from home program is for you guys to be able to at least be exposed to the real world of work, or ibig sabihin with the organizations that eventually, kasi as a senior high school student, meron tayong 4 curriculum exits, which is after senior high school, you can proceed going to college. You can choose going to college or proceed the higher education, and then you can also enter employment. So you can already apply for a job after senior high school, and you can also have entrepreneurship. And with this training we are having, or you are having at SECAP, you will be able to learn how to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so it is in the discussion or topics about aquaculture, and then the One Okada graphics design, and then the Firo cryptocurrency trading, that you can have an idea on how to put up a business or how to be an entrepreneur. Okay, and another curriculum exit is so entrepreneurship, and then we also have the further skills training. So with this training also at SECAP, meron din tayong further skills training dito. Yung ating topic about the graphics design. So gusto ko ding matutunan yun actually. So I will be very attentive. So let's all take this opportunity, guys, our senior high school students, and value this training, because this is intended for you. Ako personally, I joined SECAP also for the purpose of matulungan at makapag-create at makapag-develop ng training program for our STEM students, for our technical drafting students, and the other specializations. And I'm very thankful. I'm really very happy. I thank God we came up with this work immersion from home program at SECAP. So any more questions from our trainees? Hindi kasi natin nakikita kung merong magtatanong from our lovely students, but tomorrow we will try to join them here. Kahit isa lang sa kanila or some of them, kasi hindi nga po tayo ma-accommodate lahat ng Google Meet. But just the same, we will be disseminating all the disseminating the links for our live stream para po mapanood po ng lahat, even our members, officers, and participants from SECAP. Ayun po. Any more questions, guys?
Excuse me po.
Yes.
Is it possible for people to actually fail SECAP-SWDA training? If so, can you just retake it until you succeed?
Come again, Ken? It's not clear.
Is it possible for people to actually fail the SECAP-SWDA training?
Is it actually
possible if people will fail in SECAP-SWDA training? Yes.
How will you fail?
Maybe I don't know, ma'am. Maybe just fail from their training.
No, actually not. That's the reason why you have your teachers here with you. You have your. Are you from Good Tree International School, Ken?
Yes po.
Okay, so you have your school coordinator with you in. It's Ma'am Cassie, right? Ma'am Cass
Yes
is
po.
your. Yeah. So she will be of help of all the assistance you will be needing, anak. And also with our trainers from SECAP-SWDA, we will be helping you cope up, okay? With task that will be asked of you, you will be given instructions on how to do it, and we will be giving you assistance on how to do them, on how to accomplish them. So there will be no possibility that you'll fail. Okay?
Sige po. Thank you po.
Okay. Any more questions? Hello, guys. Are we done?
None na
No
po,
more
ma'am.
question na po.
Okay, no more questions. Sige po. Siguro po, Ma'am Cass, maybe we can also create aside from and joining everybody to the SECAP-SWDA Virtual Training Center, can we also create a GC, ma'am, for, teka, niisip ko na lang po, isang GC na lang din for all, para kasama na din po natin yung Lovelace and the other private schools. I will just join you, ma'am, and then please add na lang our students from Good Tree International School to the GC. Can we do that?
Yes, ma'am. That would be a great idea, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Cass. Any more questions, guys?
Wala na
po.
Wala na.
None, ma'am.
None po.
We also have, mga anak, yung ating SECAP-SWDA Virtual Training Center. So, you can also air or you can also comment all your concerns there, and we will find time to attend to them. Okay? So, we have our trainers, SECAP-SWDA trainers, and our work immersion teachers at Tansa National Trade School, our work immersion coordinator or teachers from Good Tree, and also from Lovelace and the other participating schools. And doon din naman po sa ating mga members, officers, and participants from SECAP. Please air your or post your comments or concerns at your particular GCs, at doon na lang po namin sasagutin kung ano man po ang inyong mga katanungan. So, para everybody will be attended and addressed with their concerns. Okay, and with that, good morning, everyone, and God bless us all. See you all again tomorrow. Our training tomorrow will start again at 10 a.m. and it will end at 12. So, we are early. Matapos tayo ng early today because it's just 11:35. So, good morning, everyone. Have great lunch. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Salamat,
Oh,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Anong pag-asa naman sa'yo?
Hana, salamat po.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Okay, we will be uploading the recorded video of our training para pwede nyo ulit balikan na. Actually, ano din siya, nandun din siya sa link ng ating live stream. Thank you very much, Nigel.
Tama naman po, ma'am.
Dapat anak, mag-member ka na ng SECAP, Nigel.
Hindi po ako marunong, ma'am.
I will be sending you the, ano ba tawag nito? Yung online membership form. And then you'll fill it up, okay?
Sige pa, sige pa.
Sige po. Okay na, you may all have your lunch. Pwede mo nang stop yung live stream, Nigel. Nakiko-close ko na yung room. Lee Iron, Shan Chai, Jowan, Enrico, Ronnie,